Hello, hello, my kings, queens, and in-betweens. I hope you're having a glorious Monday afternoon. Just left the gym. About to go in this grocery store and get me some grub and then head to work. But deep thoughts for today. My theme for this year is commitment to intentionality. That's the kind of the broad theme, and that's going to encompass many different sub-levels. But one area is the intention with which I give myself grace. Thought that I had was, when you fail at something, you are not therefore a failure. If you fail at the same thing 10 times, you are not a failure. If you fail at multiple different things 1,000 different times, you are not a failure. It means you have tried to accomplish something or achieve something or do whatever that many times and it didn't happen. But it in no way defines your ability to do it again or do it again and do it again. When you have a goal and you want something to happen, when you want it bad enough, and you focus on the desire of having it fulfilled, and you focus as though it is done, and you create the world in your head in which you have achieved said goal, it will make it easier for that to come about. But what we do is focus on how many times we've done it and not achieved it. You know, the fact that it's so hard to do, the fact that there's other people around us that also don't, I've tried to quit smoking this, I've tried Chantix, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried to lose weight, I've tried this diet and that diet, and I've tried to have good relationships, this person, but it's not working because the attention that we're giving, or fuel, think of attention as fuel, you are gassing up, you are fueling the failure by repeating those stories and bringing those bad memories to recall of, I tried and it was so hard and it didn't succeed. And then you retell that story over and over to everybody you meet and expect to get better? No, that's not how things work. So I'm learning that this life is supposed to be about fun. And if I'm going about life and not having fun, what am I doing? So when I try something and it doesn't work, say, is this something I want bad enough that it's worth trying again? If so, then do it. And if I don't get it, is it something I want that it's worth trying again? If so, then do it. If I don't get it, is this every moment is a new moment. Mistake can't be a mistake because in the not achieving of it, you enhanced the desire you have to fulfill whatever it is you want. So you did that. And then also you learned how not to do it. So if something doesn't go your way, it can be a positive, or it is a positive if you maintain the right mindset. Because, oh, I tried for this, I didn't get it, but I really want it. Okay, so I'll try again. So the desire only got bigger. It didn't go away. Sometimes it does. If you take a moment and rest your mind and cut out the distractions and say, I was going for this, in the going of it and not achieving of it, I realized, that's not really the direction I want to go. That's a broad category, but I would actually rather focus on this sector. There's so much you can learn by staying positive about failing on something. So that's kind of my encouragement for the day, is to give yourself grace. It's nothing, not one thing is as serious as we make it. I learned that from lots of wonderful, wise teachers I've been listening to lately. And it's ancient wisdom, because it goes way back of how things really are. Anyways, didn't mean to make a terribly long video. I want to encourage you, say, just relax and have fun. Go for something. If you don't get it, reevaluate. Say, do I still want it? If you do, go for it again. Each time you are going to learn something new. Each time you're going to strengthen yourself. Each time is the opportunity for success. And then once you get it, guess what? Depending on how many times you've repeated that cycle, or depending on how much you enjoy what it is you achieved, you have now created new desires, new worlds, new goals, new things to achieve, new relationships, new thoughts and ideas. And so now you have something else to work for, and then you go for it. And that's how life is. It's about growing and learning and having fun and adding to one another and getting the most out of what you do, not hanging our head in misery and it didn't work and it's ever going to work, and why this and why me, and they're pressing me and this and that. It's garbage, and it's noise. And power. You are power. It is you. You are power. And when your words and your thoughts are such that you are vibrating at failure, that is you. You are still power, but the negative feelings you get when you talk about how many times you failed is you not accepting your power. It is you saying, I am something other than power. I am this failure that you speak of. And that's not truth, which is why it feels bad. So stop doing that. Love yourself. Say, I am not this. I tried this. It didn't go the way I planned. I will try it again. Or you can say, new direction. And then however many times you failed on that doesn't matter, because you changed your mind. You evolved. In the process of learning, you found and heard and saw new perspectives, and it maybe changed your desires. So who cares if you wanted to do this out of college and then you complete and then you're like, don't like this at all. Okay, so switch. Oh, but all that money and other, okay, well, it was a choice you made. Life is about choice. You don't stick with something just because of all the time you put it. If it's not good for you and it doesn't fulfill your soul, move away from it. Move away from it. Let it go. That applies with relationships, that applies with jobs, that applies with addictions. I don't want to sound like it's easy. None of this. It could be easy if we believed it was easy, but because we live in a society where we're saying it is too hard to do this without medications or alcohol or whatever. Okay, so yes, it is hard to put yourself in a mental state where things that you fail at or things that don't feel good don't affect you so much that you can't move forward. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. Everything is possible because you are in the process of creating your world with your thoughts and your entanglement with the thoughts of other powerful beings around you. And you're all creating this world that we live in. It is not we didn't come here to say, I want to try my best at this game that exists and see how well I do. We came here to say, there's a game going on, I want to add to it. And so then you play the game, but then you don't have to stick to the same paths that everybody else has already tried. If it makes you happy and you feel, invigorated or whatever by repeating these, waking up, going to work, coming home. Like, the rut does work for some people. I don't want to say that. It's not that it's working. They are in a place where they are not surrounded by anybody that's inspiring them to dream more. And so, therefore, they're content and happy because it just is. But there are those, and that's fine, to just be content with how things are. But know that if you are the type of person who is imaginative or I don't want to say extra. If you think beyond what is common wisdom, common accept, whatever, then you're also in the right. And it is with, I hesitate to say responsibility, but it's, you need to see that through and say, I don't like the way they're doing that, because not that it's bad, not that it's wrong, it's working for them, I just don't resonate with it. So they're a being just like I'm a being. I'm going to try this way. I'm going to try it that way. Just think about the 4-minute mile, and there's just countless stories of people that said, nope, not for me, doing this. When you do that, that's going to come with failing because it hasn't been done. So somebody has to do it. Why not you? And then that's how life should go. But anyways, I'm really hungry and my mouth is dry. My podcast that's still coming is, going to be focused on fun, power, love, mental health, not mental health, mental acuity and proficiency, because that sounds sexier and more fun. And cult programming recovery. Those are all going to be topics. So, like, share, subscribe, follow me. Love more, be more, achieve more.